friends of the West Highland Lines are delighted to introduce you to one of the world's most scenic railway lines. Between Helensburgh and Gairloch Head, the railway runs above the Gairloch with views across to the Roseneath Peninsula. After Gairloch Head, the railway climbs high as it runs far above Loch Long and provides views over to the Aracher Mountains. After Ardluri, the train climbs up through Glenfalloch, passing over the Glenfalloch Viaduct. At a height of 144 feet, this viaduct is only 12 feet lower than the Forth Rail Bridge. Approaching Crianlarich. At Crianlarich, the line divides. One line turns west to Oban, the other travels north to Fort William and Mallaig. Strathfillan, a scene dominated by the presence of the twin peaks of Benmore and Stibinion, the highest mountains south of Strathtee. The railway descends through Glenlochy, past Loch Awe and through the Pass of Brander to Tainault. The deep passive brander. From Tainault, the railway is never far from Loch Etive until Connell Ferry, where Loch Etive meets the sea. Glen Cruton summit above Oban. An early April morning as the Caledonian sleeper climbs towards Upper Tyndrum from Crianlarich. From Upper Tyndrum, the line runs to Bridge of Orchy via the Great Horseshoe Curve and viaducts at Och. The 2.5 mile 1 in 50 climb to the Tyndrum County March summit. Three miles after Bridge of Orchy, the line turns northeast and enters Rannoch Moor. For the next 30 miles, the line crosses remote country far from public roads, with the exception of Rannoch Station, which is at the end of a long minor road coming from Pitlochry 40 miles to the east. After Rannoch Station, it is 8 miles of steady climbing to Carrower Station. Rower is far from public roads and habitation, and the only public access is by the railway. Crossing wild, remote country. Hiking in the area is rewarding but challenging and potentially dangerous in all seasons, particularly in bad weather. The long descent to Tullach via Loch Treig, to the west the Mamore and Greycorrie Mountains and Ben Nevis. After Speenbridge, the line turns west and runs below Onachmore and Ben Nevis, a mecca for outdoor activities and winter sports. Crossing the River Lochie at Inverlochy Castle. Kinlocheel. The famous Jacobite steam train enters Glenfinnan station. Loch Highland. The climb to Beesdale includes 4 tunnels at many tight curves. the approach to Morar, and views over to the islands of Rum and Egg. From above Mallaig, looking over the Sound of Slate to Skye. Mallaig is a busy port with fishing and ferry services to Skye, Rum and the small isles. We hope you enjoyed this introduction to the scenic West Highland lines. Why not take a ScotRail train and discover the magic for yourself?